Hello everyone, TMMgamer here, bringing you some G11 gameplay on Convoy. Now if you watched my last video, my Call of Duty tutorial, you'll recognise that this is the gameplay I used for that tutorial. So it's quite a solid gameplay. You've probably seen bits before, but there's quite a lot of it you haven't seen. Now the G11 is one of my favourite weapons on Call of Duty. Many people thought it was overpowered at the start until they realised how overpowered the FAMAS was, but I don't think the G11 is overpowered at all. While it might be better than the M16 in a gunfight with an AUG or a FAMAS up close, it will lose. However, its real strength is over medium to long range. You can really pick targets off from quite a long range with this thing, and if you do turn the corner and bump into someone, the hip fire is as good as an SMG, so you can black people down. So if you haven't given this gun a try, I really do strongly recommend it. It's a very good gun to use, and if you like to play in a slightly more defensive play style, using it with hard and pro really is a good choice. I think the perk setup I'm using in this class is Scavenger Pro, Sleight of Hand Pro, and I think it's Hacker Pro, but I'm not entirely sure. But I think that's a pretty good setup for it. You could substitute Sleight of Hand in for Hardened if you want to play a little bit more defensively, but this game I was running around a little bit more and I wanted that super fast aim down sights that you get with Sleight of Hand. Right, just a little bit on Convoy. Convoy's a map that I haven't really played that much. I did get the map pack pretty soon after it got released, but it never really seems to come up in rotation too much for me. However, when I do play it, I find the most successful thing to do is first and foremost get up on top of one of the two walkways. These have commanding views of the entire of the road and a lot of the map, and it's a good way to find players. However, I don't recommend staying there for too long, because people will find out you're there and get the grenades in, get the stuns in, and you will die pretty quickly if you stay there the entire game. So what I tend to do is use the walkways to get a good head start, get a few kills, probably get a UAV up, and when I do that, I start to do laps around the outside of the map. This is quite a big map, so it does take you a little bit of time to get around, but if you just stick to cover like I am here, you can pick up a lot of good kills with people who are quite oblivious. I feel that this is a map that people still haven't really learnt. You know, it's probably different on Xbox. Obviously it's out a lot longer on Xbox because they get the map pack sooner, but I see a lot of oblivious people on PS3 playing this map. So if you just get a little bit of map knowledge, you can do very well, very consistently on it, and it shows that here. Now, this is a team deathmatch gameplay, and I don't tend to play too much team deathmatch. I'm quite a big domination player. I like to play demolition as well, things with objectives, because I find team deathmatch can be quite campy. You get a lot of people using ghosts, staying in one part of the map with a claymore, really playing very defensively. But fortunately, the team that I had on my side were fairly decent, and the team I was up against wasn't too special. So that enabled me to really be quite aggressive and get a very good gameplay. I'm going to spoil the score for you now. I go 28-0, a flawless gameplay, and if I'd been using the chopper gunner and so on and so forth, I could probably get more. But what I'm going to plan to do for now, for every gameplay I get, is not to use any massive player-controlled kill streaks, because everybody's seen a commentator go out there, use a chopper gunner, get 20 or 30 kills with it and get a very good score because he had a good chopper gunner. However, I think it's a lot more impressive to get 28 kills with your weapon than it is to get 10 kills with your weapon and get 30 or 40 with kill streaks. So while scores like this might not be as impressive as your 40 and 1s might appear, I get a vast majority of my kills in this gameplay with my gun, and I think that's a lot more exciting to watch. You learn a lot more about the weapon. You see my gun skill a lot more than you do if I just sit in a corner until I get a chopper gunner. So I think it's a good mix. Right, what I am going to be doing this week is trying to get a video out a day for you. It's going to be quite difficult. I'm fairly busy this week, but I'm going to try and aim for a video a day, and if it doesn't quite work, well, it's a shame. But I'm trying to really push my channel forward now. I do get my money this week, and if things add up as I think they're going to, I am going to get a HD PVR. So that'll be a brilliant step up in quality for me. So I really want to push my channel now and get people out there watching it, because I'm doing this to interact with people out there. I'm not just doing this for a hobby to put up and 3 people watch it. I really want to get involved with the community. I really want people to watch my videos, communicate with me, and tell me what you want to see, because I am doing this for you guys as well. So if you have any ideas of what you want me to do in the future when I've got my HD PVR, please leave a comment, leave a like, send me a message, whatever you fancy, to let me know whether you like what I'm doing or you want me to try something a little bit different. Now, the gameplay is beginning to wrap up. It's a pretty quick gameplay, but just before I finish, I just wanted to say I just this second finished watching the Open Championship. I think this is going to be put up tomorrow, so it will have a day. So by then you probably know that Darren Clarke has won the Open. And I'd just like to congratulate him. I mean, he was 150 to 1, I think, before the tournament started, and for him to pull out the victories, absolutely fantastic. And he really does deserve it. And it just goes to show how strong the European Tour is at the moment. Long may it continue. Anyway, the final score, as I've said before, is 28-0. Very, very good gameplay, you know, on a map that I do quite like. It's a little bit linear, but I do quite like the map. Well, thanks for watching again, guys. Pretty good score, and I'll see if I can get a video up every day for you. See you soon.